Hello everyone, this is Bentley from Kent, Washington, and we're going to do a few updates starting with the shallow tank. This thing was super popular with a lot of folks when it got showed on Jimmy's channel, and then of course my bigger reveal on this tank. I've added some new plants since then, so we're going to kind of dive into this bad boy and really check out some of the new stuff and how the growth is going. First off, you'll notice that I've finally got that Eheim canister I talked about installed and running. I had to do a little modification on the intake just because the hard tubing was too big for the shallow tank. And then we'll just kind of pan around before we go into some serious details as far as what plants are planted here. But you'll see lots of little crypts that have shown up, and some other splashes of color all over the place. And then just from the top down, despite that water movement, I actually really love that water movement effect in person. It gives it a really cool, neat look to me. And on shallow tank, I think it feels a little more appropriate. Just kind of has that river system-y feel. But as you can see, it's starting to look really great. We got great pink color in there from that pink flamingo. It's actually doing better here than it is in a tank with CO2 for me, which I find personally kind of funny. So speaking of flamingo, let's dive in. Right away, you're going to notice that bright pink crypt flamingo. In the very back there, there's a green crypt. We'll get back to that in a sec. But there's some other green crypts up front here. These are all a Wendetii species called compact, spelled with a K. Normally come in a tissue culture, which is what mine are. They have lots of small, tiny leaves and a lot more leaves than your normal Wendetii species will do. You see the stargrass looking great back there. You'll also notice in with the flamingo, we have some purple plants, and then that bright green one in back, that's a Wendetii species called broadleaf. So you notice the leaves are a lot wider despite being small. And then the purple plant is the purple nightsword or Echinodorus aflame. Just I got a tissue culture of these. I wanted a few more of them. They stay kind of small, and I thought they would look really neat mixed into this tank. So I'm going to give them a shot. And then, of course, the stargrass looks amazing. The Alternanthera reinekii mini, the Anubias pangolino, they're all growing in. They're all doing great. This almost all of this has come from tissue culture, aside from really like the stargrass and like my carpeting Japan clover in here. So eventually, what I think I'll do is I'll do a more tutorial-oriented thing on Plants for Profit about tissue culture plants and how to treat them. But so far, this tank's looking great, and we'll keep having updates in the future. So let's update on some of the new fish that were in the fish room that I showed off last week. I got this kind of cool top-down shot uh, Friday, so the 17th, of all those plecos just demolishing some green beans. And these, you'll notice like these green beans look like they're basically in half. They had only been in that tank for like 15 minutes before I started shooting footage. I mean, these guys, when food like rapashi or green beans or zucchini hits the water, these guys are not shy at all, and they just go to town munching on it. It's kind of great. So they're just hiding in here with some Anubias. It's getting a little TLC, getting back up to snuff. And then you'll notice a few rainbows swimming around at the top level here. Those are some rainbows that Lucas sent me. They literally arrived on Friday, yesterday. Those are the Melanitania species from Cali rum. So I sent him guppies. He sent me rainbows. Looking forward to those guys growing up. They're really cool. They're not very common at all in the U.S. There's very few people that have them. And they came directly from Gary Lang to Lucas and now to me. So pretty neat. Finally, we'll look at the Shellys. You'll notice I put some PVC in here, and it looks really sparse. What's crazy? There's 30 PVC tubes in this thing, and it still looks this sparse in a 40 breeder. So I have a lot more PVC to put in here. You'll notice they don't have caps. I bought the wrong size caps. My roommate and I spent like an hour and a half at the hardware store looking for parts and trying to figure out exactly what we wanted to do. And then we bought the wrong caps after everything. So we looked at, I swear, like hundreds of different pieces of PVC trying to find the absolute right solution. And realistically, it's probably I should have ordered online. But this weekend, we'll be getting the right size caps and some more PVC to really fill this thing out. But you'll notice some of the Shellys are zipping in and out of there, and the rest of them are just kind of hanging out mid-water. They got nothing to fear. They're doing great. That's it. Just a real short update today. There'll be another video this weekend, a little more in-depth and topical on something else. So look forward to that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your fish and stay awesome.